everything sports related. Breaking news, fantasy advice, score updates, weekly thoughts, and more. This is the Sports Juice Network.
What's going on, Juice Tribe, Juice Gang, Juice Family? What's going on, my peeps? This is the Sports Juice Network, back with another episode, podcast series edition. Okay, today we gotta talk about some things. Okay, Mr. AB, Mr. Antonio Brown, Mr. AKA Prima Donna. I don't know what you want to call this guy, right? He at it again, looking for attention. That's the best way I can put it. I saw a couple days ago that a fan tweeted him and it said, hey, you know, JuJu Smith-Schuster was voted MVP of the Steelers, blah, blah, blah. You ain't get it. You know how that go, right? And so he comments back and he said, and I read, quote, emotion. Boy fumbled the whole postseason in the biggest game of the year. Everyone went blind to busy making guys famous. Not enough reality these days. By the way, check the list, right? That's what he had to say about JuJu. Now, JuJu is probably one of the coolest guys in the NFL. Like, he's a young guy. He loves football. He's a cool guy. I'm pretty sure he's easy to get along with. And for him to be brought up in that topic of conversation is kind of crucial, man. Now, by Antonio Brown saying check the list, he's pretty much saying I won MVP the last four times out of 9. I forgot how it goes, but he won the team's MVP like 4 times, right, in back-to-back years, something like that. So that's that. Now, here's where the outrage comes into play. Okay, the outrage comes into play because Antonio Brown never seems to be satisfied with anything. Like, he's always, it's like, dude, you won. Like, you on a new team, okay? You got this good contract with all this guaranteed money. You halfway across the country. What you still talking about some Steelers stuff for? Like, even if you thought that in your head, why tweet that? You know everybody gonna see that. And that just goes to show his level of character, man. Like, bro, I used to be a big Antonio Brown fan, like, for real, but dude be tripping, man. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. So, you know, long story short, JuJu takes to Twitter, you know. Of course, he's in his, you know, somebody talk bad about you, you won't go back on and defend yourself. So he pretty much said, hey, keep your emotions off the internet. He said, all I ever did was show that man love and respect from the moment I got to the league. I was genuinely happy for him I was genuinely happy for him when he got traded to Oakland with a big contract, and now he takes a shot at me on social media. Okay. Then he says, crazy how big that ego got to be to take shots at people who love you. Who take shots at people who show you love, right? So JuJu was low-key hurt. I mean, it's understandable. JuJu's like 22, 21 years old, right? So he was hurt because he looked up to AB. Like, you know, he looked up to AB when he got in the league. He said, man, this dude is one of the best. I want to be like him. Give me some tricks, give me some tips. Show me how to do what you do, right? And so for Antonio Brown to go on Twitter and call JuJu out like that, I just don't think that was cool at all, man. Friends, no friends, teammates, no teammates. Look, you don't do stuff like that, man. That man, I'm telling you, JuJu, man, that dude ain't never done nothing to nobody. Okay? So it's one of those podcasts I had to bring to you. We're gonna still hop into it just a little bit more, but my thoughts about it is I hope the Raiders see what they're getting, because that's just the start of it. I mean, Shannon Sharp put it best, right? He said when Antonio Brown first got to Pittsburgh, he was Antonio Brown. He was a guy kind of underrated, making plays here and there, making splash plays. Then comes the guy who starts making 10 catches for, 2,000 yards, 1,500 yards, 1,700 yards. Then you got AB. AB A4. That's what you got. AB. You got the prima donna. You got the guy who has the issues with everybody, right? And now, like, when the story first came out, I was like, you know what? AB and Ben Roethlisberger, I knew that situation. I was like, okay, that's why he's acting the way he does. Ben ain't the best leader in the locker room. Ben Roethlisberger But, man, I'm starting to believe some of these things these other teammates are starting to say about Antonio Brown, about him not being a team player and him being all to himself. Like, I'm starting to see it. Like, that had no reason to take place. That had no reason to transpire. You know what I'm saying? So, where do we go from here, right? John Gruden not going to put up with this, man. Listen, John is one of the most strict, if not the strictest coach besides Bill Belichick in the NFL and Sean Payton. John Gruden ain't going to go for that, man. He don't like that. He's a team guy. He wants things done a certain way. So he already told AB once before that, hey, you need to chill out, bro. Like, we gave you all this money. Like, what you doing, right? The fact of the matter is, I don't even think the Raiders reported for conditioning training yet, so it's just a big little iffy situation. Apparently, Antonio Brown can't let the Steelers go for some strange reason after he, talked bad about him the whole time he was there. So, yeah, this was another episode, a very, very short episode of the Sports Juice podcast series edition. There's not much I can really go on about this. I just wanted to let you guys know my opinion and how everything transpired with this whole situation. Hopefully it's done with. Hopefully, they get off of Twitter, blah, 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 and just phase away, because I don't know, man. These guys, well, not these guys. Antonio be tripping, dude. So, thank you for tuning in. You guys have a good one. I will catch you in the next episode, whether it's podcast or actual video. And thanks for tuning in.